I'm fed up.
I give you 11 fucking years of my life and you're telling me that you're leaving me for a white woman?
Would it be better if she were black?
No, it'd be better if you were black.
I'm tired. Okay, both literally and figuratively. I just got back home. Okay, I was literally on the road watching the Chicago Sky get destroyed, obliterated, humiliated, and once again exposed by the Phoenix Mercury after having a very good first quarter. We were actually in front of the Phoenix Mercury. And all I could think about, first of all, guys, please allow me to apologize for my previous video. I was just so excited, okay? Like the sound quality, some people was like, don't. First of all, I'm a passenger princess, okay? I was a passenger princess. I would never drive and record myself like doing a video. You guys never have seen me do that. Sometimes like once like on a short when I was at work, I was in the drive-through when I was in my military uniform back in New Mexico. That was the only time you would see me like, record and film and like drive at the same. Like I never do that. I'm always like at home in the crib recording, okay? Because I'm already be distracted. I would never do nothing like that, okay? Trust and believe. Someone was like, "Do you have like a self-driving car?" No. Okay, I was just the passenger princess on the way to the Ohio State Fair. I probably got a little bit burnt. Had a blast. I got a headache. They had me going on. My nephew had me going on the the 360 Felix. It literally turned us upside down. I got a pounding headache. I'm dehydrated and I'm frustrated. Okay. But coming off of like that last video of, breaking news, Dejanay Carrington has been acquired. She's being traded from the Dallas Wings to the Minnesota Lynx. It just had me thinking that it's time. Angel Reese needs to demand and request a trade. She needs to leave this organization unless Jeff Pagliacca leaves. I understand that Angel Reese is on a rookie contract. I think she's on a 3-year rookie contract. Her, as well as possibly, perhaps Camila Cardoso. I want the best for Camila too. I want the best, believe it or not, for all the women in the Chicago Sky. Even the women that I don't necessarily care for, that I kind of like, are, I'm critical of, such as the Rachel Bannums, the Kia Nurses, the Rebecca Allens. The truth is, this Chicago Sky as an organization, guys. And again, I'm not trying to be mean to Jeff Pagliacca. I'm not trying to bully Jeff Pagliacca. I'm not trying to get him fired. I don't want to see nobody unemployed. But it's like, when is enough going to be enough? It goes beyond accountability. He has to already take accountability because he is the general manager. He is the one who built this raggedy roster. He is the one who selected these women. He selected these women as well as our head coach being Tyler Marsh. Jeff Pagliacca is the captain of the Chicago Sky ship, and we are 10,000 leagues under the sea. We're not even going down like the Titanic. We're drowning. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, okay? And I don't want to sound negative. I don't want to sound toxic. I don't want to sound hateful and spiteful and bitter, okay? But I got to keep it real. We're not making it into the playoffs, just like we didn't make it into the playoffs last season. You want to know why? We're not making it because of Jeff Pagliacca. Guys, let me just read you a little stat. This is why I say Angel Reese has got to just get up out of there. She got to get up out of there. Listen. Now, to put this into perspective, okay, it talks about Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark, okay? So I don't want no Stan Wars, okay? You can like who you like, but it's just to put this in perspective. Now, as of now, this is a statistic I just saw 2 hours ago. It says the Chicago Sky without Angel Reese are 0-4. 0-4. In these past games without Angel Reese, they have won 0 games and lost 4 games. The Dallas Wings without Paige Beckers are 1-5. They've had 1 win, 5 losses, and the Indiana Fever without Caitlin Clark are 9-7, and that's plus the Commissioner's Cup win. So when the Indiana Fever do not have Caitlin Clark on that court, they have won 9 games and lost 7. We are in a deficit when Angel Reese is not on that court. I told you guys, she is the leader and the captain of that team. The reason why her back is freaking broken, is dang near broken, is because she is sick and tired of having to carry the weight of this team. It is so obvious because what we just saw tonight was an obliteration of the Chicago Sky, even though we were up in the first quarter. Without Angel Reese on the court for more than 2 minutes, everything all falls apart. Because the teammates, her team members, Rachel Bannum, Kia Nurse, Rebecca Allen, for whatever reasons, Michaela Amue, Elizabeth Williams, Haley Van Lith, Maddie Westbelt, she's been doing better. Like in today's game, Maddie Westbelt was doing better, but she could be doing far more, okay? I saw her, kikiing with her sister, Kat Westbeld. Shout out to her, Catherine Westbeld of the Phoenix Mercury. She's pretty talented. Again, it's crazy. They're both 6'3". They're 7 years apart. Okay, Maddie Westbeld is 7 years younger than her sister, her big sister being Catherine Westbeld. Okay, you hopefully when they was out there chit-chatting on the court and laughing and kikiing and giggling, she was trying to give her little sister some pointers, some tips. Like, girl, you're not going to be in the league for long if you don't, cook up. This game concluded with the Chicago Sky having 67 points. The Phoenix Mercury had 83 points. I just want to get through these stats fairly quickly, guys. Please bear with me because I got a point to make, okay? In the first quarter, the Mercury scored 13 points. Chicago Sky, we had 19 points. The second quarter comes around. Mercury had 29 points. The Sky had 15 points. The third quarter comes around. The Mercury had 27 points. We scored 17 points. And in the fourth and final quarter, the Mercury scored 14 points. And we scored 16 points. Allow me to read to you the individual player statistics of just the Chicago Sky players only. Now, Camila Cardoso had a double-double. Okay, she's getting better. But she would be even better if she was on, say, the New York Liberty, the Minnesota Lynx, even the Seattle Storm. In tonight's game, Camila Cardoso had 12 points, 3 assists, 10 rebounds. Rebecca Allen, of course, like just the bum that she is, she had 4 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Michaela Amuwe had 13 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Kia Nurse had 5 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Rachel Benham had just 2 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. You can't just keep doing this to us, Rachel. One game you hot and the other games you cold. We need consistency. I can't do this. You played for 25 minutes and gave us 2 points. You were the weakest link tonight. You were one of them. The new girl. Again, this is my point. Jeff Pagliacca, remember, mind you, he always does this. Like, he literally gets the worst women, like a bunch of soccer moms to put on our team. He tries to force these women on us. I apologize for the name. I believe it's pronounced Sevgi Uzun. She played for 22 minutes. To put it in perspective, she put up 2 points, had 4 assists, and 1 rebound. How? I mean, I'm just not understanding. Elizabeth Williams, again, she got a double-double. Shout out to her. She did pretty well. She had 15 points, 2 assists, 15 rebounds. Haley Van Lith had 5 points, 3 assists, 0 rebounds. And Maddie Westbeld, she's getting better. Shout out to the Rook. Okay, thankfully her sister she tried to give her some advice, hopefully. She put up 9 points, had 0 assists, and 2 rebounds. Just last week, Jeff was praising Uzan, Miss Uzan. Why? She played for 22 minutes and gave us 2 points. 2 points. Again, guys, it goes beyond accountability. I'm not here to be mean, but again, I'm tired of us putting emotions over our purpose. We put emotions and feel good emotions and trying to be everybody's friend over the goal. The goal was to get that championship, to get that ring, to get that title, to at least make it into the playoffs. And we are not able to do so under Jeff. Not this season and not last season. He is a terrible leader, a terrible general manager, and a terrible decision maker. Just last week, this man was praising this woman, Miss Uzan, saying she's a great defender, and woo-woo-woo. Okay, well, where was that in tonight's game? We can't tell. Yes, here and there, I believe it was a lot of blocks on both sides. Okay, on the floor on the court to be accurate. The freaking Phoenix Mercury was blocking our shots just as well as we were. We were blocking their shots. But I don't want to hear no more. Again, this goes beyond accountability. It's time for consequences. You know what a natural consequence is? I took a CDC class. That used to be that was my first major before I switched it to finance. They were saying if you tell a 5-year-old child to not play in traffic, to stay out of the street, and that child says, forget you, mom, dad, I'm going to do what I want, and then they go outside, they run in the street, they play in the traffic, and they get hit by a car, that's called a natural consequence. We didn't do anything. You as the parent didn't do anything. Jeff Pagliacca giving us this raggedy roster, he keeps on giving us these women that are not cooking up. The natural consequence, again, it goes beyond accountability now. The natural consequence for Jeff Pagliacca is to be fired. Period, point blank in the dot. To be terminated. Again, I don't have that authority. I'm just out here yapping, okay? But if you ask me, and if we being all the way real, okay, we being 1,000, I'm not the only one who feels this way. Anybody who got a pair of eyes will tell you, as a Chicago Sky fan, that we need emotional support groups. Our mental health has been suffering under Jeff Pagliacca, okay, because he is the one. He is the leader of the ship, the captain of our ship, and we're not drowning. We have drowned, guys. Again, we're not getting into the playoffs thanks to Jeff. And it's time for Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. Once that rookie season is up, that rookie contract is up, it's time to hit the door. Unless they can stay in Chicago Sky. I want them to be a skyscraper. Even Angel Reese has expressed that she wants to retire a Chicago Sky. She said, I just love the city. I love the energy. And it's so sad because it's she wants to be so much more and do so much for a team that's not doing nothing for her. Again, guys, she's 23 years old. Her back is literally in pain. She's literally in pain right now because she has to carry the entire weight of this team. Thanks to Jeff. They put it in more perspective, okay? Back in 2021, yes, 2021, that was when the Chicago Sky won their last championship. That was just 4 years ago. Guess who was the general manager? It was not Jeff, okay? Surprise, surprise. It was a man by the name of James Wade. He also served as the team's head coach that year, according to this article. It says the Sky won their first WNBA championship in 2021, defeating the Phoenix Mercury in the finals game. Jeff Pagliacca was not there for no championship. We need to get this man back, James Wade. He was doing 2 jobs. And he got the Chicago Sky their first championship. Of course, yes, they had Kalia Copper. They had Candace Parker. I don't want to hear that. We got Camila Cardoso. We got Angel Reese. Why can't we win another championship? Because Jeff has decided, he made the decisions to surround our skyscrapers, who Talon Marsh has called them to be the pillars, the cornerstone of our team, being Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese, and he surrounded them with nothing but busters. It's time again, just straight off the heels, fresh and hot off the press of the breaking news that Dejanay Carrington is going up there to Minnesota Lynx. Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, unless it's either or. We're going first. I'll tell them like this. If I was Angel or Camila, either he gonna go or I'm going to go. It can't be, listen to me. They are terrible without Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky is 0-4 without her presence. Because again, the roster is raggedy thanks to Jeff. I can see Angel Reese in a Minnesota Lynx jersey. Just being, even if she's just a role player. Okay, at least it'll alleviate all that stress. Again, her back won't be damn near broke. Hello? I can see her in a New York Liberty jersey. She got the support of Breonna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Leonie Phoebus, etc., etc. I can see her on the LA Sparks. It's Seattle Storm. It's so many teams that would really cultivate and boost their confidence. Both Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. They would have a general manager that would actually know how to conduct business both internally and externally as an organization, professionally ran. And it wouldn't be no buster for a captain. I'm sorry, I ain't even trying to be disrespectful, but Jeff is a buster. Enough is enough again. I'm going to just end it like this. I'm going to just kick it to you like this. No, we're not getting into the playoffs, guys, this year, unfortunately, just like we didn't last year. But I will still be here. I will still be rooting and praying and wishing and hoping for Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso's sake. And also I will be hoping, praying, and wishing for Jeff Pagliacca to be terminated.